In the vast expanse of space where satellites silently connect our world, an unseen battle is actually unfolding. It's like the modern space technology isn't just about the exploration and connection. In fact, it's becoming the next arena of cyber warfare. A satellite can be the most powerful asset when it comes to connecting our world. But little do we know that it's becoming a critical asset and a vulnerable target for the future cyber threats. Hi, this is Urshita and you're watching Cosmoverse Nexus. Today we're going to talk about some minor yet unignoring factors of cybersecurity in space tech. And who knows, this video might change your perspective on how you see the space. Imagine the satellites above us, not just as marvels of technology, but as the high-stakes players in the secret cyber war. After digging through tons of research and reading real-life case studies, I just accepted the fact that space tech is not just about space geeks or rocket enthusiasts. In fact, it's affecting all of us. In an era where the digital threats are extending far beyond the Earth's surface, the security of our satellites has become a pressing concern. Cyberattacks on space infrastructures are just no longer a myth or a theoretical thing. It's actually a real-life challenge that could have widespread consequences, whether it's disrupting the global communications to compromising our national security. A strong cybersecurity protection are an increasingly important part when it comes to designing or testing a satellite, ensuring that the operators can block or respond to threats. Because what if it couldn't? Well, this type of cybersecurity act is actually very dangerous when it comes to stealing sensitive information or disrupting network communications or misled political and military decision makers as well. It actually took me back in the time where Russia tried to invade the Ukraine through the satellites. And if you guys don't know about it, let me share you a little bit of information here and there. In February 2022, Russia actually invaded the Ukraine, where hackers managed to disable thousands of Viasat modems across the Europe. And these aren't just numbers on a page. They were devices that kept people connected, held military to command the military operations, and even kept things like wind turbines running in Germany. And as I discovered further about it, I read that the hackers actually exploited a weak spot, a misconfigured VPN in Viasat, to get into the network of Viasat and therefore its database. I read about it. And as I read about it, I made a video about it previously, but at that time, I couldn't actually figure out what was the malware until I read that the malware which was deployed there, it's called the acid rain malware, which, if you might imagine it simply, just like a digital virus that actually wipes out critical data on the modems. And guess what? This is not just an isolated incident that happened in the space tech when it comes to cybersecurity. Even NASA's Terra and Landsat experienced some very suspicious events back in 2007 to, I guess, 2008-ish. So this is just a tech information out there. And as we normal citizens, I know how it feels. It's like our once trusted space tech machines are now showing us the signs of vulnerability. And let me tell you one more fact. It's easier than you think to deploy a space tech satellite. I know, it feels terrible. I mean, think of it this way, as if your home Wi-Fi router is getting hacked. It's not fun, right? And now imagine a router which is controlling a specific satellite is getting hacked. Yikes. So basically, why does it even matter? Like, why is satellites which are getting hacked as a problem for us as a normal human being living on this planet, minding our own business? Well, as we know, satellites are actually the backbone of everything we do. From GPS on your phone to emergency services and even weather forecasting. And there are about 5,000 active satellites right now. And experts say that there could be up to 100,000 satellites up and running by 2030. I mean, they're just promoting the space junk. I mean, let's be honest. They're just promoting the space junk at this point. Anyway, That's a hell lot of resilience on tech. And if that went unprotected, it could be easily compromised, including our data, including our login informations, including our numbers, including even photos and videos, who knows? It's like putting all of your eggs in one basket and leaving the basket unattended in a busy park. And as we more depend on these systems, when the AI and all the machine learning and all the tech is actually revolutionizing and we are just using them here and there, the more dangerous these vulnerabilities become. Now, it's all the dark side of the things that we are just getting doomed and everything is just getting over, but let's jump into the bright side of it. This growing threat has sparked some serious innovative response. For example, newer systems like SpaceX's Starlink are built with distributed design, which means even if one part gets attacked, the whole network doesn't fall apart. And not just only that, the more cool stuff is actually happening. Some researchers have actively started developing hackable CubeSat. Wait, what's CubeSat? A CubeSat is a small cube-shaped satellite which can actually used for some scientific research, technology demonstrations, and even teaching students for educational purposes. And honestly, researchers are developing these CubeSats on purpose. One of the CubeSat I came across after all this research is Tempest, developed by Tim. Shout out to him, actually. It sounds very counterintuitive, but these are the test dummies, helping engineers learn where the weak spots are so that they can build stronger defenses on it later on. Honestly, when I first heard about these hackable CubeSats being invented, what could I actually imagine was a car model designed to car crash the safety features, like testing the safety features while crashing it. It's made to crash. It's actually a very cool idea. Like, it's a brilliant way to turn the vulnerabilities into the learning opportunities for future engineers. So for the quick wrap, here's my takeaway. While the idea of satellites being hacked might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but honestly, it's very real. And it actually can lead up to huge consequences and impacts on our daily lives. And honestly, by understanding these vulnerabilities and how our engineers and experts are working to fix them, we're not just getting a glimpse into the shadowy world of cyber warfare. We're also learning on how to make our connected world safer and more resilient and strong. I think I'll be dropping a series on this topic on how cybersecurity is actually affecting the space tech. In the next episode, we're going to talk more about how hackers are actually hijacking these systems. To an insecure software update to a physical security of a ground station. Thank you so much for watching this video, hanging out with me, diving into this little fascinating yet unsettling topic that we're about to discuss in our coming videos. Stay tuned for it and make sure to subscribe, click the like button below, and in the comment section, please tell me, let's keep the conversation going. What are your thoughts in the comment section? And as I say, follow for more.